All right, good afternoon. How is everybody doing out there? I said, how is everybody doing out there? That's what I'm talking about. So this next speaker, are you familiar with Black Wall Street? Okay. It was at one point called a race riot, which it was not. It was a massacre. It was an opportunity to destroy an incredible, thriving neighborhood of over 600 businesses. In 1915, Black Wall Street had 6 airplanes, movie theaters, a bus system, schools, restaurants, grocery stores. This was a thriving. Booker T. Washington called it Black Wall Street because there was nothing like it that he had seen before, and it was absolutely incredible. I'm going to make the down part of it not the big part of the discussion, but at the end of the day, in one night, they burned this entire community to the ground. And they called it a race riot. I went to Tulsa and found out a lot of interesting things. They herded up all the people. First of all, they bombed people, they shot people, they burned their houses, and when they ran out of their house, they shot them. Simply because they were jealous of what this community and what this neighborhood had done. It wasn't just black people who shopped there, it was a white community, it was a native community. So we have a direct descendant of Black Wall Street who flew up last night. Her plane was late and got delayed, but she was still energetic and excited about coming here to share her experience with you. Her great-grandfather, James O. Goodwin, was the youngest entrepreneur on Black Wall Street. And he also started the first newspaper, the Oklahoma Eagle, which still exists today. In her own right, she has taken up that mantle of entrepreneurship. She is the first black woman to open an art gallery in the entire state of Oklahoma. She works with artists from all over the country to get their artwork shown. She's a published author and an artist, and again, a direct descendant of Black Wall Street entrepreneurialism. Please welcome all the way from Dallas, Texas, via Tulsa, Oklahoma, Sequena Alexander, Queen.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you. I've never been introduced like that before. Tony definitely gave you the history of Black Wall Street. Some rich history, and obviously there's rich history here in Seattle. And I heard all of the legends up here speaking about the Black and brown communities and how they work together. It's not just Black folks, but it's all of us being able to work for a cause. And a lot of you all may not know, but it was O.W. Gurley that came to Tulsa and purchased the land from the natives who helped him create what Black Wall Street was. And while I was there, I lived there for about 4 years. Like you said, I was living in Tulsa, opened up an art gallery, and I realized it was just the community that made Black Wall Street what it was. And I see it out here today. Like, you have your entrepreneurs and you have a lot of different companies that are representing what you all are about. And that's what made Black Wall Street so great. Even when you dive deep into what type of entrepreneurs, we have female entrepreneurs out here that are representing. A lot of them in Black Wall Street in Tulsa were females. You don't get that side because, obviously history doesn't really highlight who actually made things happen, but you have people like Lula Williams, and Madam C.J. Walker had a beauty salon on Greenwood. So I just love being out here. I appreciate you all for having me. Anytime I have the opportunity to be around my people and we get to dance, eat, this is always a vibe for me. I just know when it comes to my history, my family history, I do everything because they paved the way for me to do it. And I would be doing them a disservice if I did not. And the same goes for you all. You don't have to have a descendant from Tulsa to do what you need to do, which is represent for everyone that have paved the way. So the people that have fought for you to vote, go vote. You know, you don't necessarily have to have a direct descendant to make a change and keep the baton going. One of my favorite rappers, Nipsey Hussle, says the marathon continues. And so I just really want to stay in that same vein with, you don't have to go out and start a business, but just starting within your community, creating pop-ups and opportunities like this is what's really valuable. And I spoke with a good friend, Clyde, that I met today, and we talked about how we're so individual right now. We're just about us, and we're not about what we need to do to really keep things going, and how the community really serves a purpose, and how we need to get back to loving each other and coming together and thinking about how can we make schools better, how can we make our communities better. And it's really about just loving each other and coming up with a plan. And that was what really Black Wall Street, that was their strong suit. They didn't all like each other, but they knew at the end of the day, we have to trade with each other. We have to work with each other. Obviously, because of then segregation, they had to, but I think we should take that note and say, regardless if we have to or not, we need to. And so, like I said, I really love just being up here. I might go broke. I've spent a lot of money out here with, just patronizing, but that's just my life. Like, I really do love to support. I see, she got all my money. I love being able to patronize small businesses. Like Tony said, I work with artists. So if you are an artist and you're needing representation, I'm here for you. I'm all about exposure and just helping people. I love crowd participation. Y'all kind of far, so I don't really know if I can really just interact, but I really want you all to know that I am here if you want to speak, if you want to talk about, my experience as not only a gallery owner, but a descendant of Black Wall Street and what that is like. And I can tell you right now, Black Wall Street is a mindset. Tulsa is not what it used to be. I lived there and you couldn't pay me to move back. However, I realized that Black Wall Street is really a mindset. It's about, like everything that I said, it's working together, finding a cause, and really supporting your brothers and your sisters, Black, brown, I don't care. At the end of the day, we all need to really support each other and help each other, because everybody has a gift. And it's really just about making sure that people have the opportunities that they need. I was telling Tony on the way here, though I don't have the physical brick and mortar gallery in Tulsa anymore, I still go out and advocate for artists. I'll go to these larger businesses and ask if they need mural opportunities, and I'll find the artists to do it. Fundraising events, I've found artists to do live paintings, to put money in their pocket, but also to grow their followings, because that's really how you become the artist that you need to become, so you can live off of your talent. God will make a way for you. And I think it's really just about us supporting each other. So I'm not quite sure what y'all want to hear. Like I said, I have a lot of history when it comes to Tulsa and my experience, but I definitely just love being out here and being able to have these one-on-one conversations with everyone. It's only right that I'm sitting at the newspaper booth with Rainier Radio. I didn't even think about it until he mentioned. I'm like, yeah, so my family owned the newspaper, and you can find me at the newspaper booth. And they're doing great things as well. There's a fundraiser that Rainier Radio is working with, the South Seattle Sound newspaper. So if you want to come to the booth, you can scan the QR code and see how you can help. Like I said, I'm all about just helping, advocating, and just partnerships, collaboration, cooperation. That's really the vein. That's me internally. So I don't know who this microphone goes back to. I am an artist first and foremost, so I have stage fright. But I love being up here, and I love to have some one-on-ones with anybody that wants to talk and pick my brain. I'm on social media. I don't know if I could plug my social, but if you're on Instagram, Queenwood_Avenue, like Greenwood, but Queenwood. And I'll interact with you, and thank y'all. I don't know, did I have a time? Was I supposed to talk longer? Thank you so much. I love y'all. Yes.
Thank you, Queen. One thing I just want to reiterate what she said was, that Black Wall Street was about supporting each other. So you have vendors that are here. You have nonprofits that are here to share information. So please take advantage of that. Support each other, support one another, and you may get some ideas about what you would like to do in the community.